You know that feeling, right? That call every single developer dreads, the one that makes your heart skip a beat. Well, today we're going to crack open a classic case. One that's going to take a cool head, the right tools, and a little bit of detective work. Let's solve the case of the slow app. Yup. It always starts just like this, doesn't it? A simple 4-word message from support. No details, no context, just pure stress. It's vague, it's urgent, and suddenly all eyes are on you to find out who or what is responsible. So here we go, the case. App is slow. Our investigation kicks off with that dreaded call. Now look, it's so easy to panic here. But panic doesn't solve problems. What we need is a plan, a real systematic investigation to follow the clues and find the truth. Okay, first clues, the user's reality. So, is the crime scene even real? Before we go pointing fingers and pulling servers apart, a good detective always verifies the report. Is this a real, widespread problem? Or is it maybe just one person with a spotty Wi-Fi connection? We have to get the facts straight first. This is question number 1, and it's a biggie. Is the app really slow for everyone? Because, the answer here sends us down 2 totally different paths. Is this an isolated incident, or is our entire system on fire? It makes a huge difference. So how do we figure that out? Well, we turn to our network of secret agents, our global informants, otherwise known as Azure availability tests. These things are constantly pinging our app from all over the world. And what are they telling us? Green checks. All green. The app is up. It's online and reachable. And this is a super important point. There's a huge difference between availability and performance. Availability just asks, is it on? The lights are on, the door's open. But performance asks, is it fast? Just because the lights are on doesn't mean anything's actually getting done inside. So we're available, but that doesn't mean we're performant. To get the real story, we need to see what's happening right now. For that, we pull up live metrics, and bam, there it is, our first solid clue. We see a steady stream of requests coming in, but look at that average duration metric. It's way too high. The reports are true. The app really is slow for everybody. All right, the usual suspects. It's time to line them up and start the interrogation. Now that we've confirmed a crime has actually been committed, it's time to do what every good detective does. In the world of slow apps, there are always a few prime candidates we look at first. So who is in our lineup? Suspect number 1, the CPU. Is it just overworked and totally overloaded? Suspect number 2, the database. Maybe a slow connection or a bad query is gumming up the works. And then there's suspect number 3, the mysterious outsider, an external API. This one's always tricky because, it's not even our code. One of them is our culprit. Next up, pinpointing the bottleneck. We're using forensics to eliminate suspects and find the truth. Okay, this is where we put on our lab coats. We're going into full-on forensics mode. We have our suspects, and we're going to use the awesome tools inside Application Insights to question them one by one until somebody cracks. All right, suspect number 1, step forward. Is it a CPU bottleneck? I mean, the CPU is basically the engine of our whole app, right? If that thing is sputtering, the whole car slows down. So is it the one causing all this trouble? So we pull up the performance view, which is kind of like a heart rate monitor for the server. And what do we see? The evidence is staring us right in the face. CPU utilization is just chillin', below 20%. Seriously, it is not even breaking a sweat. So the verdict's in. The CPU is innocent. It has a rock-solid alibi. We can cross it right off the list. And hey, don't forget, clearing an innocent suspect is a huge part of any investigation. It lets us focus on what really matters. Okay, 1 down, 2 to go. Let's bring in suspect number 2. Is the database to blame? Man, a slow database can be an absolute app killer. It doesn't matter how great your code is. If getting data is slow, everything's slow. Let's see what the evidence says. For this, I want to show you one of my absolute favorite tools, the dependency map. It's like a social network graph for your application. It shows who's talking to whom. And look, the line connecting to our SQL database is bright green and lightning fast. We're talking just 5 milliseconds. That's a healthy relationship. And just like that, another suspect is cleared. The database is innocent. The connection is clean. It's fast. It's not our guy. Okay, now the plot really thickens, doesn't it? All right, let's just take a breath here and recap. The CPU is innocent. The database is innocent.
These are our two biggest internal players. So if it's not them, who's left? What else could possibly be causing this major slowdown?
Let's go back to that dependency map. But this time, let's zoom all the way out. Let's see the whole picture. You can see our app there in the middle, talking to all these different services. And honestly, most of it looks great. Lots of fast green lines. It looks like a healthy system. Almost. But then you see it. Oh yeah, there it is. That's our aha moment. That one bright, angry, glowing red line pointing straight to an external API. Folks, that is what we call a smoking gun. We can literally see the problem right there. And just how bad is it really? Well, we click on that red line and the number just jumps out. 4,200 milliseconds. Let that sink in. That is over 4 seconds that our app is just sitting there waiting for every single user request. We found our culprit. Case closed.
All right, so your 5-step investigation plan. Time to codify this method for the next case. We solved this one, high fives all around, but the real win is turning this into a repeatable playbook that you can use every single time this happens. So here it is, straight from the Azure Detective's Handbook. Step 1, verify the problem with availability tests. Step 2, observe the live behavior with live metrics. Step 3, identify all your suspects using that beautiful dependency map. Step 4, interrogate those suspects with performance views. And finally, step 5, isolate the culprit by drilling down into the slowest connection.
You know, what we just walked through, this whole process, it actually has a name. It's called root cause analysis. And it's a fancy term for a simple idea. Don't just fix the symptom, the slowness. Dig deeper to find the fundamental underlying cause. That's the core skill of any great engineering detective. And that brings our investigation to a close. The big takeaway here is that the next time you get that dreaded call, you won't panic. You'll have a plan. You'll be a detective. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. The next time your app is slow, armed with this knowledge, who's going to be your first suspect?